Bras, corsets, girdles, bridal bras, foundation garments, bras for you. You streaming, Mr. Bra, okay, you streaming for you. 5 million views. Here we are. Bras. Behind you here, you have that corset Merry Widow. I had it yesterday. I haven't taken it down. Still up. Still here. Still bridal. What did we have? Okay. I had an emergency this morning. Phone call. Answer the phone call. This woman has an emergency. So, well, actually, I hear that quite often. My wedding is soon. My last fitting is soon. Fitting for the bridal dress, she means. My fitting is, it's tomorrow, the next day, whatever. It's real quick. I have to have a bra. She said, I've ordered 5 bras online. None of them work. Duh. You know, unfortunately, the larger-breasted woman, 9 times out of 10, is not familiar with her actual size. And in this case, it was the case. She kept ordering a size that she had worn years prior. And as I've told you many, many, many times, and you don't listen, each manufacturer's sizing is different. She said she was a 36 double D. Wrong. She had a 36 double D on, too tight around here, okay, too tight in the band, okay, her boobs were hanging out of the top, and she thought it was a good fit. She liked what she saw. The boobs were pooching out of the top of the bra. It's not right. Not right. Some women think it's right, which blows my mind, but some women think it's correct. So we asked her. She called. Oh my goodness, she called. She's on the phone. I'm in a dire need. I'm in a crisis. I heard from, I was referred to you. Did you hear that word, referred? You know, which is 85% of my business, referrals. I was referred to you by my friend. She didn't say by my friend. I found out later it was by her friend. I was referred to you because my girlfriend is a larger size, bigger breasted woman, and she comes to you and she purchased her bridal bra from you. So she told me to come to you. Mr. Bra himself, the breast man, Mr. Bra the breast man. So gave her the directions, told her how to get here. Within an hour, she showed up. She ended up, size-wise, a 38 double F. 38 double F. You know how many sizes above a double D that is? Yeah, way too many to even think about. So, I mean, after we fit her in the bridal bra, the strapless long line, after we fit her in that, the next step is, okay, now you need the correct fit in a regular bra. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Makes sense to my employee. Didn't make sense to her. Didn't make sense to her. I'm perfectly happy with my bras, the ones that I have now. Too tight around the band, and you're exploding out of the top of the cup. That's what I want. That's perfect. Well, amazing. It's amazing to me, but you cannot believe how many women feel that way. They feel that they need to have their breast exploding out of the top. It doesn't make sense to me. I guess some women think it's attractive, and apparently that's what she wanted. Be at least half of her breast is out of the top of the bra. It's overflowing. Doesn't make sense. I do have some customers that come in and they actually, that's what they want. It doesn't register to me. It just doesn't register. My whole premise, my whole thing is fit correctly, fit you comfortably, fit you in a bra, fit you in a bra that's going to last. Her bras, the 36 double D, she's a 38, double F in my corset, so that would be like at least a G or an H if it's an American cut. 38H, let's say. The bra is going to last a tremendously amount of time. It's going to last a lot longer, 3 times longer than the 36 double D that she's torturing. She's actually stretching and pushing and wearing that fabric out. It's just not attractive. Didn't look good, but in her eyes it did. So, but you can't believe how many women, they think that's attractive. They think that looks good. I guess maybe, if you're a guy, maybe it does look good, and maybe that's the reason why they want that. They think their boyfriend or their husband thinks it's attractive. They wear the low-cut blouse and their boobs are popping out of the top. So maybe that's, to them, attractive. Maybe that's what they want. They want that eye-catching explosion. As I said, it doesn't register to me. I want the band to be perfect. I want the cup to be perfect. I want the breast to be placed in the cup perfectly. To me, that's my job. So it's hard for me to think any other way than that. It's very hard. So she came in. She purchased the bridal bra, easy squeezy, done. But regular bra, she didn't even indicate that she would be back for a regular bra. So continue to go to, the department stores and squeeze into the 36 double Ds. Some women just won't change. They won't acknowledge the fact that they're getting to be, they're a 38 or they're a 40. It just, when I was 15, 16 years old, 17 years old, I started selling women's shoes. I sold women's shoes on, back then in the 60s, it was called the Avenue. Those that are my age know what I'm talking about, the Avenue. There were no malls at that time. Everyone went to their local Avenue, where all the department stores were lined up on the street, or all the stores, specialty, and if you had a department store, it was on the street. More than likely it was a local department store, not the big massive ones that you see today. So I started selling women's shoes, and that was my first experience with sales and my first experience with women. Okay, women at least in a selling mode, or the women's mindset. Some women would come in and they would be maybe an 8 or a 9 shoe. There was no way. It was so funny. It's crazy. They would force themselves in a 7 even though they were a 9. So I'm not a 7. I'm not a 9, rather. I'm a 7. I'm not going to buy any shoe unless it's a 7. So I guess you're not buying any shoes today because your foot has gotten a little bit bigger, sweetheart. Not only bigger, but wider. With age, the foot gets wider. Traditionally, basically, it gets wider. It was just, that's a story in itself. I could write a book on fitting shoes. It's the stories, oh my God. Some of them totally hilarious, totally funny. And some good, some bad. That was a time. 1965, 66, 67. I went down the street after fitting the women's shoes, working for the women's shoe store. The men's shoe store down the street had an opening, and I left the women's shoe store and I went to the men's shoe store. Much easier sales, much easier. Men are just so much easier to sell. The shoes were twice as expensive, more expensive. I did 1/3 the work and made twice the money. It was just mind-boggling. Men come in, they don't dilly-dally. I want a shoe, I want this type of shoe. If it fits, they buy it, they leave. It was just so easy. That was nice. And that was on the avenue, about a block, half a block, three-quarters of a block. I lived in Chicago at the time, far south side, very far south side. It was still Chicago zip code, but my wife says it's not Chicago. She calls it inner city. It was not really the inner city, but it was kind of just shortly away from the heart of Chicago. So you had more of the Chicago flavor. Out here in Scottsdale, you can't believe how many people are here, as I've told you, from Chicago, from Illinois, from Wisconsin, from Michigan, from the Dakotas. They flock here. The snowbirds are here. My wife even used that phrase to me about 30 minutes ago. The snowbirds are here. They're old people. They drive slow. They don't give a hoot. They've earned it. They can drive it. They're driving the speed limit, but nobody drives the speed limit. Except illegals and old people. So if you're driving slow, you're old, you're a senior citizen, or you're an illegal. That's what you find down here. It's a given. So my wife can't stand the elderly. She doesn't understand why they go out at key times of the day and do their business. My wife is just so punctual. Boom, 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 boom. She allocates so much time for each stop. That's how precise she is. Okay, I'm going here. That'll take this long. I'm going here. That'll take this long. That's what you find here. And thank God for the snowbirds. The snowbirds are a big part of my business in January, February, and March, part of December. They come in, they shop. They do their annual shopping here, get their 3, 4, 5 bras. I'll see you next year. Thank you very much. They're happy as the dickens. I take their name again, the bras that they purchase, the size of the bras, colors. Put it on file. Call me from whatever location you are, and I'll send you more. That's what we do here. It's called service. I also worked for iMagnin, and they pressed service. iMagnin is a high-end, like Saks Fifth Avenue. When I was going to college, I worked in the shoe department there. Whole different ball game. Well, we pretty much ended it again today. Thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. It's 62 degrees here in Phoenix. 63 degrees here in Phoenix. Enjoy your nice, warm weather wherever you are.